This program contains adult language and situations which may be considered offensive to some viewers and/or children, but more likely their parents.
Put in sex predator vision for your pleasure. Alright. So this is a little follow-up to the whole I'm banned from Canada for life over a parking ticket. Bullshit. So without going into the whole spiel about how, oh yeah, Canada lets in ISIS, but they won't let me in and all that. I'm not gonna go into that. This is gonna be a forward-thinking video. So I don't know. I'm like really fed up with just Western New York in general. Okay, it's not even Lovejoy anymore. And I'm gonna be honest with you kiddies. I don't think if I moved to North Buffalo or Elmwood or anything like that, I don't think that any of this shit would even change. Okay? Yeah, I could sit there and rant about how the mail is late or whatever in Lovejoy. And it's always fun just to pick on Lovejoy. Come on, Gravy. But the cold hard fact is that it's not just a Lovejoy thing. Okay, you're not gonna get a better life moving 2 miles away. You see what I'm saying here? You're not gonna get a better life just moving, whatever, a couple miles away. You're gonna need to do something drastic. You're gonna move, because it's like I could get for jobs and shit. I can get the same jobs. You know what I'm saying? You're still living in the same friggin' area, pretty much. So I moved from this neighborhood to that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's not really gonna make that big of a difference, Hi, Gravy. It's not really gonna make that big of a difference, and even if I move to somewhere like Rochester, I don't think it's really gonna make that big of a difference, I don't know, because so I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna brainstorm a bit, out loud, of course. So, what would I need to do to, be happy, pretty much? What would I need to do? Well, that's a little bit tougher to answer, but I think one thing in particular is that I need to move away from Western New York. I would probably be so much better off going somewhere else than here, And I think, here's what the thing is, too, I think that if I move away, because I'll be honest, I'll be 100% on, Western New York, okay, is terrible for getting dates, okay? I'm going to be 100% honest with this. Western New York is terrible for getting dates. Okay, you cannot get a date around. It's hard. It's fucking hard. And I think a lot of the reason is that a lot of the reason is that Buffalo and the rest of Western New York is so close to Canada, okay? Now, why does that make such a big difference? Well, here's the problem, okay? Here's the problem, okay? Even if I had a way to get to Canada, even if I wasn't banned for life in Canada, any woman that wants that here's the thing, I go on a dating website, right? And it scans everybody within, like, I don't know, fucking 10 miles, 15 miles, whatever the fuck. And since, like, Canada is, like, fucking 5 miles away from where I am now, you know, just scanning for, like, 10 miles will get a bunch of people from, like, the Fort Erie area as well. So that's the problem. Even if I wasn't banned from Canada, sometimes some women don't want to meet up with somebody that's like right across the border because I don't know. There's like, it's kind of like a hassle to do so. You know, it's not like you could just walk across. You have to go through customs. You have to go through customs. You have to get checked. It's a whole big spiel. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole deal going on. It's not like you could just go. You know what I'm saying? You can't just walk across a bridge and be fine. You have to go through customs and you have to go through all this bullshit just to meet up. And yeah, going to Canada is fun once in a while, but I don't think I could ever do it every day. You know, it's like, it's like going back and forth, and you know, you can't just call the woman up and say, hey, listen, let's fucking hang out. You know, let's hang out, like right now. You know. Because then, even if you drove, you can't. There's no way you're going across the border in like 2 minutes. You know, because even though Canada's only like, if you're downtown, Canada's like 5 fucking minutes away. You can see Canada from fucking the water there. So yeah. Even if you drive and shit, there's probably gonna be people. There's probably gonna be a fucking line at the border in the fucking booths or whatever, and that you're gonna drive through and all that other shit. So it's just such a hassle to go back and forth. And some women don't want to do it. Some women don't have a passport. In Canada, you need a passport to come to the States. Even to like fucking, you know, look at shit, you know? Look at, you know what I mean? Even to sit there and fucking, you know, even to sit here and, you know, fucking look, like fucking look around and shit and like, just stay for a couple hours, you need a passport. At least in New York State, you could get the fucking enhanced, which will allow you to go just to Canada. You don't need a whole passport and shit, you know? Which is kind of cool, but, like, it makes no difference if... It really makes no difference if you're gonna come. It makes no difference. How do I say this? It makes no difference because a lot of these women don't want to come across the border to date. So a lot of these women on these dating websites, you could be closer to her than she is to anyone else in there in Canada, but because you're in the States, she probably doesn't want to deal with it. And a lot of these women on these these dating sites are like, I only want to date in Canada, or I only want to date in the United States, or whatever the fuck. So no Americans, no Canadians, whatever, what the fuck. So it's pretty much right there. Living around here just cuts your chances down to like 50%, right? Just for that. And just because of that, you're cutting your shit in half just for that. You're cutting your chances right in half right there. Just because a lot of these women won't date outside of Canada or outside of the United States or whatever. So that narrows it down. Now, what's this? I'm doing a fucking survey here. So that's a problem right there. I think that if I moved somewhere that that was more inland from the United States, if I was more inland, I think I'd have a better chance because, you know, the women that the women that are around aren't going to be from separate countries, and therefore they won't be, how do I say this? They won't be like, they won't say, oh, I won't date from the United States, stay in Canada or whatever the fuck. You know, these are women that are looking, and they are looking in the area, so it's like a lot better chance. So yeah, I think that moving somewhere different would be, you know, beneficial to me in that sense with, you know, getting women and whatnot. Hold on. So, hold on. What? So the other thing that I'm thinking about is, oh, cool, 5 minutes. Okay, so the other thing I'm thinking is, so like the dating thing, it would be a lot better if I would just go somewhere where, you know, where it's a lot, you know, it's a lot, there's a lot more shit to do. There's a lot more, you know, women and whatnot. I can get a girlfriend better because it's, so Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. It would be a lot better off for me. I'd be a lot happier, and that's it. What else? So I also think that moving away would be a lot better, like for jobs, you know, because right now it's notorious. It's notorious for the Western New York is notorious for not having a lot of jobs, not having a lot of jobs that I'm interested in. And yes, I do have a job now, and I don't know. I mean, it's a good job. I like the job. But like I don't think it's something I can do all my life. Just because. So like I really want just like an office job, okay? But it doesn't seem like there's a lot of that in Buffalo, okay? I want to go someplace that has that kind of jobs available, you know? So that's a big consideration there, and I think it would benefit me for doing that too. Also, what else? Moving away, it has to be a place that is as big as Buffalo or bigger. Okay, it has to be kind of equivalent, and it kind of has to have public transportation. It has to have a bus system that's not overly complicated, you know. And yeah, so again, I cannot live in a little fucking city or a little fucking town. I can't do it. I don't care how much my mom wants me to. I can't do it. I cannot live in a place like Wales, New York. I cannot live in a place like Wales, New York. I can't do it. It's too small. There's nothing around. I would fucking kill myself living there. You know, like, she wants me to, she said, oh, well, I'll go, I could get you in a place in Wales, New York. And it's like, I don't want to live there, because I'll just fucking start going crazy over there. It's like, I think Lovejoy's bad. I mean, I think Lovejoy's bad, but you know, Wales blows that out of the park. Like, Wales is one of those places in New York State where it's like you live in a house, but your neighbor is like your next neighbor is like a mile away. You are so secluded, and there's nothing to do. There's no fucking buses. There's nothing. And you have to get your groceries. You're gonna have to fucking you have to walk. Or you gotta get somebody to drive you. Because guess what? You're going to get your groceries, and you got to get your groceries? Okay, well, you're going to have to go to Buffalo to get your groceries. There's no fucking other shit to, get groceries at. You're going to have to go to fucking Buffalo to get your groceries anyway. That's how it is. And if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be a place that is a big city. Buffalo's not that big of a city, but it's like 250,000 people. That's kind of like big to a degree. It's not majorly big, but it's a decent size. So yeah, it's gonna have to be like as big or bigger than Buffalo. What else? I'm also making this a requirement too, to a certain degree. Where I move to has to have. Yeah, I know it sounds stupid, but where I move to has to have a pretty good, decent sized metal scene. I know it sounds stupid, but that's kind of like a requirement. So let's see. Let's see here. Biggest U.S. cities. Here we go. So what I'm doing here is I'm looking at all the cities here in the United States. I believe, let's see, where's Buffalo? Buffalo has, where the fuck's Buffalo? Buffalo. I'm trying to find Buffalo. Oh, here it is. Buffalo is 81. Buffalo is 81, the 81 largest city in the United States. Okay? So 81. So we have 80 cities to choose from. Okay, we have 80 cities to fucking choose from. So let's see here. Ready to go through this? So we got Buffalo at 81. Okay, Buffalo is 81. I want a city that's as big or bigger. Okay. So, where am I? 81. That's what it says here. 81. And let's see here. Madison, Wisconsin is 82. Lubbock, Texas is 83. I mean, I can go a couple away. I mean, they are. Madison and Lubbock, Texas are technically smaller, but they're only like a couple hundred difference, a couple hundred people difference. But since I want something that's bigger than Buffalo, something comparable to, we have here. So, Laredo, Texas. I don't know anything about that city. St. Petersburg, Florida is 79. Durham, North Carolina. I actually heard that's a good city. Durham, North Carolina. Jersey City, New Jersey. Fort Wayne, Indiana is 76. Irvine, California is 75. Chula Vista, California is 74. Orlando, Florida is 73. Toledo, Ohio is 72. Lincoln, Nebraska, I don't want to live there, 71. Newark, New Jersey, 70. Plano, Texas, 69. 69! That's what I'm talking about. Greensboro, North Carolina, 68. Henderson, Nevada, 67. Anchorage, Alaska, 66. I don't know if I'd want to live over there. Cincinnati, Ohio, 65. You'll meet a big dick daddy from Cincinnati. St. Paul, Minnesota, 64. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is 63. Stockton, California, 62. St. Louis, Missouri, 61. Lexington, Fayette in Kentucky is 60. All right. Let's see here. Oh, this isn't Wikipedia. I thought this was Wikipedia, but it's not. It looked like it at first. Ow. Durham, North Carolina. Now that sounds like a place. I've heard that place was pretty nice. Durham, North Carolina. Jersey City. Do I really want to live in Jersey though? I don't know. I don't know. What was this? Fort Wayne, Indiana. I don't know if I'd want to live over there. Irvine, was it Irvine, California? What is that? Is that near like LA? I don't know. Chula Vista? I don't know. I really don't want to live in Florida. Toledo, Ohio. Plano, Texas. Anchorage. Do I really want to live over in Anchorage, Alaska? I don't know. Do I? Cincinnati, Ohio. Not really. St. Paul, Minnesota. See, that's the thing. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh might be a good place for me. Pittsburgh would be a good place for me. I heard Pittsburgh was a good city. For real, I did. And it's not really near the border or anything like that. It's yeah. Stockton. Nah, no St. Louis. No St. Louis, Missouri. Alright. Let's keep going up here. Honolulu, Hawaii. Do I really want to live in Hawaii? Just because it's, you got what's his face talking about, you got fucking Ski Mask in Hawaii, but he's not in fucking Honolulu. He's in Hilo, Hawaii. That's the name of the city he's living in now. Hilo. It's like, come on. He lives in a fucking rainforest. That's what he says. I don't really think it's a rainforest, but whatever. Like, I wouldn't be able to live there. I don't care how nice it is over there. I could not live in a little fucking city or town. I couldn't do it. Baltimore? Nah, I don't think so. I'm also looking for some place that's kind of cheap as well. Because some people say Las Vegas is pretty cheap. Yeah, I'm sure, like, when you go on the Strip, it's expensive as hell. Because I remember Bologna Arm going to fucking Las Vegas. He said that to get a bottle of water, it was like $10. But all he did was he stayed on the fucking Strip, which is a big fucking tourist trap. That's all it is. But if you go in like the residential areas, I think it's a lot better. See, this is one of the This is a fucking city that I would like to move to. This is like one of the big ones here, Las Vegas. Not even because it's because of casinos. It just seems like there's a lot more to do there. There's jobs. There's not a lot of bullshit. It's a good place, and it's a city. It's a good city. It has its own transportation and everything else. Let's see here. Detroit, hell no. Hell no. No fucking Detroit. Portland, Oregon. I don't know about that one. No Memphis. I won't live there. Nashville, Davidson, nah. Memphis is. I heard Memphis was like real fucking nasty. Detroit, no. Boston, Massachusetts. Boston would be a pretty good place, too. Boston would be a really good place for me to live. For real. I think it would be. Washington, D.C., I don't know about that one. El Paso, Texas. Maybe that would be a good one as well. Denver, Colorado, that would be good as well. That would be a good place for me to live. Denver. And no, not because Not because of the fucking weed and shit. Seattle, Washington. That would also be a good place. But isn't Seattle, Washington kind of near the Canadian border? I think it is. I get those two states mixed up. Like, it's like Portland, Oregon, or not, just Oregon. I forget. Is Oregon above Seattle? Let me see. Or Oregon above fucking Washington? I don't even remember. Oh, no, Washington. Washington is right on the border there. It's like right near Vancouver. It would just be like just living in fucking Buffalo. But I think it might be a better place for me to live. I don't know. Seattle, Washington. Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know about that one. Fort Worth, Texas. Again, like Texas, I think would be a really good state for me to move to, but I don't know about Fort Worth. Like, if it was Texas, it would have to be like a big city in Texas. Indianapolis, Indiana. I don't really know much about Indianapolis. Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. Where the fuck is Cleveland then? Because I thought Cleveland is 51. And Columbus is... I thought Cleveland was like the biggest city in Ohio. I see something here. I thought Cleveland was the biggest city in Ohio. Oh, it says right here, largest city is Columbus. Columbus, Ohio. So if I had to move to fucking Ohio... I would have to... If I were to move to Ohio, I would probably move to fucking Columbus. Which looks like it's right in the middle of the fucking state there. It says here that it is a good city to live in, Columbus, Ohio. Does Columbus, Ohio have a big metal scene? I know Cleveland does. see. I want to see what the crime rate is. Oh, mass transit. Here we go. Columbus maintains a widespread municipal bus service called the Central Ohio Transit Authority. Where's my water? Intercity bus service is provided by Greyhound, Barron's Bus Lines, Miller Transportation, Go Bus, and other carriers. Currently, Columbus does not have any type of passenger rail service. Columbus used to have a major train station downtown called Union. Every city has a fucking Union Station. Toronto has a Union Station. Everything is Union. Oh, but is it fucking affordable to live there? Alright, let's keep looking. Where was I? Columbus, San Francisco. I don't know about that one. I don't really know about fucking California. Jacksonville, Florida. I don't know. Austin, Texas. Now that's a place I would be that's a place that I would probably want to move to, Austin. San Jose. I heard a lot of good things about Austin. San Jose, California. I don't know about California. Dallas, Texas. Dallas, maybe. Dallas sounds like a good place. Texas. So, Texas seems like a good area for me, at least. It just seems like I was told that there's a lot of jobs, there's a lot of shit to do in Texas. San Diego, California, again, no California for me. San Antonio, Texas. Maybe. Maybe. For me, yeah, maybe. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is number 6. I don't think I want to move to Philly. From the horror stories I heard, I don't think so. Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona. Maybe. Houston, Texas. Number 4. Maybe. That's Phoenix, Arizona. I really don't know much about Phoenix, Arizona. but it just seems like it could be a place I'd like to move to. Let's see what kind of jobs are available. I'm not even looking for. I just want to see what kind of shit's available. I don't know. I'm not gonna look real hard. I'm sure I can get a job anywhere. Any big city, I can get a job. Okay. I want to see what kind of transportation Phoenix has. Let's see here. Where am I here? Let's see here. Crime, let's see. What gravy? Gravy, cut the shit. What? What gravy? Phoenix is the kidnapping capital of the United States. Okay, whatever. I really don't give a shit though. It just says that there's a lot of drug trafficking there. Which I really don't care, to be honest. Transportation. Rail and bus. Here we go. Gravy, what? So it says here that, let's see, Valley Metro provides public transportation throughout the metropolitan area with trains, buses, and a rideshare program. 3.38% of workers commute by public transit. Valley Metro's 20-mile light rail project called Valley Metro Rail through north central Phoenix, downtown, and eastward through Tempe and Mesa. Opened December 27, 2008. Future rail segments of more than 30 miles are planned to open by 2030. Okay, so I guess here Phoenix seems like a cool place. Okay, because their fucking shit goes from like fucking you don't have to stay in fucking Phoenix. I can go to fucking Tempe or Mesa as well to like fuck around. It's like going from fucking Buffalo to Niagara Falls. I can do it on a bus. So Phoenix, Texas. Texas is always good. Texas is pretty good fucking city, or state I should say. Chicago, Illinois, I don't think so. There's a lot of weird shit going on there. Los Angeles, California, I don't think so either. There's a lot of weird shit as well. New York. New York. I don't know. I mean, I don't really want to stay in New York State. So here we go. Here's some places. Any place in any big city in Texas would be probably a good fit for me. Okay. Phoenix, Arizona looks like a good place. Where else did I see? Columbus would be a good place for me. Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio looks really nice. And so does Phoenix. Boston, maybe Boston. I don't know yet. But and then I have to worry about the fucking cat. My fucking gravy. Ow. I have to worry about gravy. The other thing is that if I wanted to move, here's the thing. If I moved somewhere in fucking if it moved somewhere, like if I moved to like North Buffalo, okay, and North Buffalo's a good area, okay, but North Buffalo, like if I moved to North Buffalo, guess what? Guess what that would mean? That means I still have to deal with that fucking county worker that I hate so much. That I don't want to fucking deal with. I got this thing the other day in the mail. I think that was fucking funny. So I got this thing in the mail. I was like, come on, don't send me this shit. Supporting Carl Palladino's choice for New York Assembly. Is this crazy? It has a picture of Carl Palladino. There's a picture of him on there, and it says, racist Trumpster Carl Palladino. This is why I hate fucking politics. Because why am I getting this? Seriously though, why am I getting this in the mail? It says in the corner, paid for by NY Forward. not expressly authorized or requested by any candidate or by any candidate's political committee or any of its agents. So this isn't even coming from a specific candidate. This is just something that I got in the mail just to fucking bash Carl Palladino for some fucking reason. It's like, come on. Actually, I'm gonna keep this because it's funny as fuck. I'm keeping this because it's funny as hell. I don't know, I think it's just funny. I'm keeping that flyer because it's funny as hell. Like, why would somebody... let's send out something to warn people about Carl Palladino. So, here's the thing, okay? So, move into a new city, move into a new state, out of state, whatever. This is going to be some hard fucking work. And this is going to be a challenge for me, for real. So, in order for me to do this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to have to happen, okay? I'm going to have to, one, oh my God. I'm going to have to, the moving the shit over to the new place, far away, is going to be the easy part. I think that's going to be the easy part for real. But, you know, moving everything's going to be the easy part, I think. Because from what I understand, all I'd have to do, I'm sorry for that just blinded you. Oh shit. Because moving everything's going to be the easy part, right? So, moving everything's going to be the easy part. And all I would have to do is get one of those big fucking pods things, load it up on the fucking grass or whatever outside my thing, and a truck comes by, takes it, drives it down to my new apartment. Now, getting the hard thing would just be getting everything together. You know what I'm saying? Getting everything, you know, situated with the move. This is going to take, first of all, this whole thing it means that I have to stick around Buffalo until at least June. Okay? I'm going to have to stick around Buffalo until at least June 21st. Okay? So, with that said, because of the fucking court thing, and I can't wait till that's fucking over, because the judge said he wanted me in therapy for a year, and June 21st is going to be the day that I'm, you know, get out of. It'll be a year after my sentence for that. So I will be in fucking therapy for a year after that. So everything's gonna be cool after the fucking 21st of June. Okay? And so that means I don't have to go back to therapy anymore after the 21st. Because everything is going to be cool with the courts then. The judge just said, that doesn't work. The judge just said, hey, listen, you have to be in therapy for a year. I'm doing what he says. Okay, June 21st comes around. I fulfilled that fucking court order. You know? That's it. That's about it. After that, I'm free. After that, I'm free to do whatever the hell I want. Within reason. So, I have to pretty much stay here for a year. Until fucking June at least. The other thing is that just getting me to these places. Like if I wanted to go to fucking Phoenix or something, I would have to get somebody to drive me down there because of the fucking cat, you know. I would just take the bus, but the bus won't let me get the cat on the bus. Now, the Amtrak would let me on with the cat. However, the Amtrak will only let me on with the cat if the Amtrak ride is less than 7 hours long. And that's the entire trip. So like let's say I have to take an Amtrak train to like I would have to stop at different cities to do this. Like I would have to take the Amtrak train to Cleveland, from Buffalo to Cleveland. That's like 3 hours. So there's 3 hours there, and maybe Cleveland to Columbus. Maybe that's like maybe 2 hours in between then. That's like 5 hours. And then Columbus to like, I don't know, Chicago, which I don't know how long that is. But it has to be less than 7 hours total. So not like one part of the trip can be like like fucking 6 hours. No. It has to be a total of 7 hours, less than 7 hours. So it can't just be. Oh well, I can't like I have a feeling that I can't just go from Buffalo to fucking Phoenix with my cat on an Amtrak train. I don't think I can actually do that without, because even though it stops at different cities, the whole trip would take more than 7 hours. I think that's how I read it correctly. Don't quote me on that. Plus, like what it said on Wikipedia, there is no fucking Amtrak that goes to Phoenix. So this is going to be a really, really difficult thing for me, just to try to get my cat over, get my shit over. My shit's going to be the easiest thing, I think. All I would have to do is get a fucking shipping container, throw shit in there, and have it hauled off to the other state. That would be the easiest thing for me, okay? So, that would be like one of the easier things to do. Now, the other thing is the cat. The other thing is the friggin' cat. That's the thing. Not a lot of things let you have the fucking cat on their train or their bus or whatever, and that's a problem. So I would need to have somebody drive me there, or what the fuck? I don't know. People that have traveled before, would I be allowed to have a cat on a plane if the cat is in a carrier. Is that allowed? I'm not fucking sure. Cause that would be a good thing if I could just take my fucking cat on a fucking plane and that would be it. I would do that for real. If I were just to take the cat on a plane. Buffalo to Columbus, Ohio. That would be okay because it's probably under 7 hours to get there, right? I mean, Buffalo to Cleveland's only like 3. So it's like 8:48 right now. So if it's 8:48 right now, let's see, and I left here right now, I can be in Cleveland by fucking 11 o'clock p.m. I could be here. I could be in fucking Cleveland by fucking midnight right now. Right? If I drove. So I would need somebody to drive me. And which isn't a big fucking deal. It's not really a big deal to have somebody drive me. And I would have money to give them. I know it's going to be kind of expensive. Like, if I could get somebody like Eugene to drive me there, I know, it sounds ridiculous to drive me all the way down. I could probably give him like maybe, I don't know, what's fair? $500 to drive me down the fucking Phoenix or something, you know? I would that be a fair amount? And I know it's like, I think it would be like if I were to take a cab right now to like maybe, if I were to take a cab right now to fucking Cleveland and get the hourly rate, I could probably do it with maybe, I don't know, $250 a cab ride. So, I mean, that's gonna be a big thing. That's gonna be a big thing. That's gonna be a big thing. If I can get somebody to drive me, I would appreciate it. Like if I could get like Eugene or somebody to drive me down there, I could do it. Okay? The big fucking hurdle here is just the fucking getting myself down there. That's the big hurdle here, you know? It's not really the packing and getting everything set up and everything. That's not the big deal. The big problem with it is just me getting there. And I hate to say it, but it would be a lot easier if I didn't have Gravy with me. Because then I could just go, I could just take a fucking bus. I could just be like, I'm going to go to fucking Phoenix right now. I just plop down some money and I can go. Or I could take a fucking plane and I can go. And it would not bother me at all. But the thing is that with Gravy, and I really don't want to give up the cat just because I don't want to give up the cat due to my selfishness, really. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give up the cat because I want to move, you know? I'm trying to work around it. I want to keep the fucking cat, you know? But it's like, because that cat's an older cat. If I put the cat up for adoption, what the fuck's that noise? Gravy. Oh, there you are. What the fuck is that noise? I don't know what the fuck she was doing. I don't want to put that cat up for adoption because it's an older cat. Gravy's old. Like, she will get killed in a fucking adoption center. You know what I'm saying? No one's gonna fucking adopt her. So it's like I kind of have to keep her. And I want to keep her too. It's not like, because I believe that Gravy's my responsibility. I don't believe in getting rid of pets just so that I can fucking move. Like, people will do that shit. It kind of pisses me off when people do that. Like, it really does. I knew some people that did that. It pissed me off. They go, oh, well, I had to give up the cat because the landlord at the new place wouldn't allow me to have the cat or the dog. And the way I see it is just fucking get a place that allows you to have the fucking cat. You know what I'm saying? Or the dog. So, whatever. I mean, I'm sure there are like some... No, there is no fucking excuse for it. There really isn't. There is no friggin' excuse for it. You do not get rid of the fucking cat or the dog or the whatever. There is no excuse whatsoever. Not even if the fucking girlfriend or the boyfriend or whatever is allergic. You don't fucking do it. You get rid of the fucking boyfriend or the girlfriend. Or my girlfriend doesn't like cats and my boyfriend doesn't like cats. Well, then fuck your fucking boyfriend. Fuck your fucking girlfriend. They must be pieces of shit like me. You know what I'm saying? But that's like you know, like, I want to do this. I want to fucking do this now. It's like, I'm banned from fucking Canada for life. One, fuck them. Over the equivalent of a parking ticket. And the only reason I was banned from Canada is because they said, well, if you did the crime in Canada, it would have been a lot harsher. Well, I didn't do the fucking crime in Canada. You know? I did it in America. That's just like saying, you know what that's saying? You know what that's like saying? That's just like saying, well, that's just like me saying, well, if, where the fuck did my fork go? That's just like me saying, well, I went to fucking, I don't know. I went to Thailand. Okay? I went to Thailand and got myself a fucking 5-year-old hooker. Because from what I understand, it's legal. It is fucking legal in fucking Thailand to fuck a 5-year-old girl. Okay, and yeah, there's people that do that shit too. They actually go to fucking Thailand to have sex with children because it's legal. That's what Jared did. That's what Jared from Subway did. Now, I don't think he actually got in trouble for that, but he did get in trouble because of child pornography on his computer. I know they said something about, oh, he went to Thailand to have sex. I think he said have sex with a boy or something, a little boy. But it was like, I think that was just more like examples of what he did. Not saying that he was going to get charged with that. Because it's legal to do in Thailand. Now imagine if I went someplace where it's legal to do something like that, but I get fucking in jail in America because it's illegal to do that in America. That makes no sense. It's like, why would that make any fucking sense? You're telling me that if I go to like fucking the Netherlands and smoke legal weed, I come back here and I get arrested because I fucking smoked legal weed in fucking the Netherlands? That ain't right. Oh, because it's illegal in the United States. Well, you know what? I didn't do it in the United States. I think that's fucking stupid, to be honest. I understand that, you know, if I was charged with something like harassment, right? Like here, and I did my time and everything, and I try to go to Canada, they should be, you know, they should look at it the way that that I did my fucking punishment in America, not like, well, we gotta look up the Canadian equivalent of something that you did in America. That's fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking ridiculous, to be honest. Because it's irrelevant because I didn't do the crime in fucking Canada. I do like they should be, you know, they should turn away people that they should be turning away people that have, you know, murder convictions and shit like that. But they shouldn't be saying, well, we gotta look up the Canadian equivalent of fucking murder. You know? They shouldn't be doing that. It's kind of irrelevant because it wasn't done in Canada. But yeah, I do agree that, like, just fucking say that I got charged with a harassment here. You don't have to go and look up the Canadian equivalent of the law and apply it to say, hey, if you did that here, you get 10 years in prison. Which, if you think about it, is fucking harsh as hell. But then again, I heard Canadian prisons are a lot nicer anyway. The nicest prisons are like in Norway. They have like fucking recording studios and shit. They have recording studios and shit there. And, that's where fucking Varg went. He was in a Norwegian prison. And he fucking made albums while he was in prison. He released albums in prison. So yeah. So maybe that's why it's 10 years in prison as opposed to 15 days. Because it's better, or it's, you know, there's more. They're better prisons in Norway or fucking Canada that, you know, there's just better shit to do. There's better prisons in fucking Canada. So it's almost like, okay. So it's almost like, okay. You know, American prisons are worse, but you get out quicker. Meanwhile, Canadian prisons are a little better, but you're in there longer. I don't know. So, I don't know. The whole thing is just ridiculous what's going on. And I don't really want to deal with Western New York anymore, really. That shit was the breaking point for me. For real. This is Dragonlordfrodo, and I approve this message. Thanks in advance for watching this.